Hello, this is Ben119 and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be carrying on with my Pikmin 3 Deluxe 100% walkthrough, and we're up to day 5. If you missed the last 4 Pikmin days, please rewatch them because then you'll know what's going on today. So we are going to be going back to the distant tundra, and we are going to go into that cave that we didn't go into last time, and I will talk about it when I get there. So we'll also get some of the fruits today, and yeah, we'll just do more stuff in distant tundra basically. So let's go. Alright then, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take out loads of Pikmin. We're going to get 30 reds, 30 yellows. Actually no, we're going to get 40 yellows actually. We should get 30 rocks and 40 yellows. There we go. We'll need a few more yellows today because we're going to be doing stuff with electricity and we're going to dig a few things. So before we even go into the cave, I'm just going to throw 5 rocks off to the side down this slide. And you may be wondering where they're going. And down there is a ultra spicy spray tree. And I'm not going to use any spicy spray today, but in the next few days I may use spicy spray. I just want to build up some supply of it first. I don't really like being low on sprays. I like to build up a few before I start using them. To be fair, by the end of today, after what we'll do, we'll have plenty of sprays. So let's throw some Pikmin over here. I like how there's water over there. That looks very dangerous, that setup with wires. Oh well, there we go. We got some flowers. Turning on a light somehow grows flowers in like 3 seconds. That makes complete sense, doesn't it? So we're going to throw a captain up here. And by the way, there's an orange up here. That's what we're doing. This is how you get to this orange. You throw a captain on this flower and you throw some Pikmin onto the orange. And they collect it. Nice little puzzle. It's a little bit out of the way. Pretty cool. Some crystals over here. Let's just break them all because I like to do everything in the game. I'm going to get this data file. So it's telling us about leaf bugs, or whatever they're called. I forgot what they're called already. But basically they're leaf bugs that can kill your Pikmin, because the green leaf bugs are really nice and innocent, but these ones can actually kill your Pikmin. But thankfully none of them died because I am a professional at this game. Joking, I'm not that good. I'm alright. Okay, so let's just break these. And we're going to collect some nectar with the Pikmin because I like everyone to be flowered up. And let's go get this data file. So you may recognise this area. This is where Charlie was originally. And someone has left a data file here, so someone must have came through in between when we were Charlie and when we came. So that's pretty cool to think about. There we go. Let's go over here. Oh, there's a cannon beetle. So you want to kill the cannon beetle? I like using rock Pikmin because it's just nice and easy. They don't get shaked off. And there should be a mound. Make sure it's that mound there that you put your yellows on. You can put 10. You can put any colour on. I just prefer to put yellows because they dig the fastest. And in a minute there will be a shortcut scene showing you what's underneath that mound. It's optional collectible, but we're 100% in everything, so I'm going to get it obviously. Yeah, you'll definitely recognise this area now. We've got this bridge that goes across the water, which is amazing looking. Be cool if you could get to that water and that was part of the area, and you could see Pikmin running across the bridge. But you can't, sadly. There we go, kill these things. Oh yeah, these enemies here, the ones I always forget the names of, they are weak to light. So, you see these little lights over here? Make sure when you're killing them they're underneath those lights. They don't have to be underneath the lights, but they take damage when they're under the lights and they find it harder to lock on to Pikmin and kill them. And that's what killed Charlie. Well, not killed Charlie, but ate Charlie. This thing here, the venomous phosphat. So he is quite scary looking and intimidating if you've never played this game, but I'll show you how to defeat him easily in a minute. It's a pretty cool boss fight, the second boss fight, and it's quite unique to all the other boss fights. So there we go, we're going to put some rocks on this stick. We want to put 20 on, and as you can see there's some grapes up there. And I'm not sure if yeah, you've seen grapes, haven't you, in the tropical wilds. The Pikmin just grab the grapes and then they take them to base and then run back. So we'll have to come back for them in a bit. but we're going to enter this arena. Oh yeah, this is what the upgrade was. It's another upgrade similar to the dodge whistle. There's 4 of these in the whole game. I think I mentioned that before. And they're all optional, but they just add small things to the captain. I think that's like an electric proof thing, so you don't take damage from electric. That's pretty cool. And as you can see, this boss is weak to light, so it's a little bit obvious what you have to do. And what we have to do is we have to turn on these lights and he takes damage. But there's something else going on as well. The thing I like about this boss fight as well is with a lot of boss fights in old Pikmin games, like, you could pretty much put them in any arena you want. But with a lot of these kind of boss fights, they kind of have to be in their own arena because of the way they fight. There's a few exceptions, maybe one of the bosses later on, I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, a lot of these bosses need their own arenas because of how big they are and the kind of attacks they do. So when you're underneath these lights, he can't see you, but when you're not, he can, basically. So when he goes out of being invisible, you just want to run as fast as you can, because if you are too slow, he'll start sucking up all your Pikmin, and you can lose a good chunk of Pikmin if you're not careful. So yeah, you just want to get out of his way as soon as possible. So there is 2 piles of bridge pieces in this arena, and there's a big bridge that leads to something cool, and we're just going to build it. So right here, I dodge whistled my way out of it. As you can see, he started to open his mouth. I'm not sure if I fully got that, but he basically just tried to kill the Pikmin. Now, funnily enough, rock Pikmin can still get eaten, but they have less chance of getting eaten for some reason because they're heavier. And to get to the second pile of bridge pieces, you basically put all your Pikmin on this stick, and they climb up the stick and get to the bridge pieces. You could throw Brittany up there and then throw them from down there to up to the bridge pieces, but that would only really work with yellows, because I'm not sure if the other Pikmin can be thrown high enough. And there we go, there's some left up there, make sure to whistle them. I think they're pretty safe anyway because there is light. Let's just keep going. Here we go, and this big bridge is pretty much done. Yes, it's done. Now before we go across this bridge, I'm just going to light up this lamp over here, because I want to do some more attack damage. There we go, it's falling out of the sky, it's pretty weak. And there you go, they're swarming. There we go, we've taken so much damage. Now I'm not sure if you know this, but in the original Pikmin 3, all the bosses have double the amount of health they do in this game. So this boss really would only be on like a 3rd health, but at the moment he's nearly dead because of the less health. I think some of the bosses are a bit too easy now. I think all the bosses should still have like full health in my opinion, because they seem non-threatening. Especially the final boss. The final boss feels way too easy with half health. Oh yeah, that thing got back. Forgot to mention that. That was very quick, to be honest. It's only like 2 or 3 minutes ago that they were starting to dig it out, and they've already got it from all the way over there, all the way back to base. That's pretty quick. To be fair, they are flowered up, so yeah, that's probably why. And you could miss out on this cutscene that happens here if you do everything so quick. But he basically roars, and you see these little things dotted around the map. They start opening up and spitting out these little enemies. And I'm not sure if you saw in that cutscene, but there was a big light hanging from the ceiling, and that's what we're trying to do. So we've built this bridge, and there is a massive light hanging up, and to activate the light we need 20 yellow Pikmin on here. So it's important you have quite a few yellows. If you don't have enough, there are candy pop buds around to make more. There we go, and this feels so rewarding. Turning this light on feels like the most rewarding thing ever. There we go, he's very vulnerable, he is extremely weak now. All we need to do now is swarm him and he'll be dead. And for some reason, if he has more health, all you need to do is just follow him and throw Pikmin at him and he'll die just as fast. There we go, not so strong now, are you? Look how weak he is now. Like, he was so threatening at first, especially on day 1 when he ate Charlie, and before, when he was in that cave, he looked like a really big threatening boss, and now he just got killed by a few little plant creatures. And there he is, Charlie. I don't know how he survived in there for 5 Pikmin days, but he did. Well done to him. And now we got all 3 captains, so that's basically opened up loads of puzzles, so there's more puzzles we can now do. if we go back to Tropical Wilds, there's a few things we can now do because we have extra captains and we have yellow Pikmin, so that's where we'll be going next episode. But we're not going to end the episode yet. We still got, like, we're only halfway through, to be honest. We got a few things we can get in this level with 3 captains. It'll be fun. If you want to read this, you can. It's basically just telling you about the story. Yeah, I'm not going to talk much about the story, but if you want to read it, just read it because you have plenty of time to read it. I'm not just spamming the text, so feel free to read it. I'd recommend you do if you've not played it before. I could sum up. That's what I should start doing in future. I should just sum up what they've talked about. So basically here, Olimar has found the Cosmic Drive Key and he thinks it'll be a nice souvenir for his son. So Olimar doesn't really understand what it is, and they're worried that Olimar will leave the planet without them. So their next objective is to find Captain Olimar, and that's what we'll be doing in the next episode. We'll be going back to Tropical Wild because there's a signal that gets found there. I won't spoil too much of that, but we're just going to carry on today because there's a few things left we can get. The first thing we're going to do is just turn this light on, turn big light on, why not? There we go. That light is on. Pretty much all the lights are on in this cave apart from the one on the far left. We're not going to bother with that one though. Come out here. There's a 10 box, so obviously put 10 Pikmin on the box. This is probably like the second box in the whole series you've seen. There's not that many, there's quite a few I guess, but there's not a huge amount. To be fair, there is actually quite a few thinking about it in the whole game. But a lot of them are optional though, or just shortcuts. So yeah. So let's carry this big thing back. It needs 15. That's a little bit more understandable, 15 for that. I'd say it should be 20 though, but it's more understandable than the first boss that only needed 20. And he was like way bigger than that thing. We're gonna go over here and get our rocks back. And oh, I just spotted something. I think no, they're not gonna follow me. They've disbanded. Why are they stuck down here? I don't get it. Like, Nintendo, please just make these flowers a little bit bigger, or make the collision on them bigger, because for some reason they're falling through gaps. But I shouldn't be complaining. This game's a 9 out of 10, in my opinion. It's such a good game. But there are still a few stupid little things that happen, just to show this game isn't perfect. But to be fair, if this game was perfect, I think I would get a bit bored in a way, because it'd just be too perfect and too clean. Like, for example, the aiming. I really like the aiming in this game, but my one problem with the Deluxe version is with the targeting system, your cursor seems to go nearer certain objects than other objects, and it's sometimes hard to just aim at things without targeting. But it's still fine. It's not unplayable, obviously. It just takes a bit of getting used to. Yet again, using yellows to kill the snitch bugs. And over to the left, there is another spicy spray tree, but to be fair, I could get some more, but I don't really need any more. We got quite a few spicy spray berries throughout the day. If you look in the counter, we got quite a lot of sprays now. I think we only had 1 when we started, and now we got 5. Oh yeah, there's some more grapes over here, and there was a fruit back there that I got from the venomous Phosbat that fell down. So there's a grape bunch here that only needs 20, and this is a really cool puzzle. So you want to have a second captain with you down here, and you want to throw that captain across, and then throw your Pikmin across. Now, sometimes you'll miss the throw of the captain, so what you want to do to make sure you don't miss is be on the very edge when you throw the captain, so it gets maximum distance. And then there's 2 electric dogs, so I like to use rock Pikmin to kill these dogs. If you don't feel comfortable throwing like that, then use yellows, because yellows can't take damage. So there we go, both dogs are dead, and there's no threat up here, so we're going to throw Pikmin on this hay bale. And now we're going to dig out that orange. And what that does, is it basically makes a little path going back up, so we can easily get back up here. And thinking about it, I don't really think there's any other hay bale things in this game. I think that's the only one. I'm just trying to think now. I think that might be the only one. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I put some yellows back on that orange. Right here we got a cannon beetle. This is a pretty cool little puzzle. I really like this. How the cannon beetle shoots these snowballs and you have to keep hiding. It's nice. But he dies really quick. And behind him is a lime. So you want to make sure to bring rock Pikmin with you, obviously, to get this. And you only need 5 Pikmin to carry it, so there we go. Let's carry it back. Yeah, I was mentioning that orange back there. It's really easy to get. You just have to dig it out the ground and get it. But something that is quite hidden, which I'm going to be getting in a minute, is a data file, which we need 3 captains for. And this is the actually this is the casual way of getting this data file. It doesn't look like the casual way, but it is. I remember when I was younger, I used to have a different method of getting this data file by throwing a captain across like a thing. I think it was on the other side there. I used to throw a captain as far as I could and it sometimes land. What you want to do, get 2 captains, point to this little rock, throw them both on top, and then throw one of them across to here. And that is pretty hidden, to be fair. That's a really good hidden puzzle. Oh yeah, that's just Pikmin being idiots. Don't mind them. We're just going to use go here to head over to the spicy spray tree that's on the other side of the map. And as Charlie, we're going to get this data file, and it is kind of a secret memo. I know in the original this was a secret memo, but there's no secret memos in this game. There we go. And we're just going to play as the other captains in a minute, because even though go here is good, if you're doing nothing else as the other captain, you might as well just be moving the captains manually, because it is slightly faster to walk manually than to use go here. But obviously if you're multitasking, you'll be using go here. Let's just collect these berries. Let's just get these 1, 2, 3, 4. Better know now they come back to you. You have to wait in between. And once these berries get back, we'll play as Charlie, we'll whistle the Pikmin, and we'll end the day. So technically there is one more available fruit we could get in this area, but it'd be quicker to get it when we come back, because we'll have more types of Pikmin with us. Plus it's on the way to another fruit that we can't get at the moment because we don't have the right colour Pikmin. But we've got most of the fruits in this area. There's a few things we can't get. There's a lemon over there that you saw, I think, on day 4. I showed it off, but that's obvious. We'll need blue Pikmin to get that. And if you notice, when we're in one of those caves, there was a bamboo gate you could lift up, and you need wing Pikmin for that. So we'll have to come back once we have all the colours to clean up the rest of the area. But we got pretty much everything possible, and we have plenty of time left. So there we go. That was a pretty successful day in my opinion. We got a load of sprays, we got our captain, we got 6 fruits, we didn't lose any Pikmin, still deathless. We got 10 more days to go because I'm doing a 15-day completion for the Let's Play. Now 15 days may seem really short, but as you can tell, all of these days have been fairly calm and I've not done that much multitasking. So I think 15 is fine. Doing it in 10 though is a lot harder, but doing it in 15 is fine because there's 5 areas and you get an extra day to do each area. Plus, on this version of the game, you have an extra 5 minutes of in-game time each day, so it makes doing the game easier in less days. Even just playing the game casually, I feel like it's more fun because you have more time to explore each day. You don't have to worry as much about gathering your Pikmin. You have longer to explore, which I think that's obviously a good thing. You can't really go wrong with having extra time. Let's just finish juicing these fruits. We got quite a few fruits already. Something that you may have noticed, which I think is a cool detail, is when you mix 2 fruits together, the colour of the juice seems to change slightly. I think that's a cool idea, but something that I find weird is a lot of the juices turn out yellow or orange. And it's pretty cool. I think I know why that is, and I think it's just because most of the fruits in this game give you that kind of colour, and most of the ones you mix give that kind of colour as well. But there's some pretty cool colours you can get. There's like a bluey colour you can get that's really rare. You have to mix 2 certain fruits together that are really hard to get in the same day, back to back. There's videos about it on YouTube, getting a light blue fruit, like a light blue juice. You have to check it out if you're interested. We got 15 types of fruit. Now there are 30 fruits in the whole game, 30 types, and there's 66 in the whole game, 66 fruits and 30 types. Now with some of the bigger fruits there's only 1 of that fruit in the whole game, but with some of the smaller fruits there's like 3 or 4 in the whole game. So there's a lot of variety in this game. Some of the fruits are more popular than others, which makes sense. I think the most popular fruit in the game is a strawberry. But yeah, that's cool. Here we go, we got loads of juice, we got like 4 weeks worth of juice. And we're at the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed that part. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you're new around here. If you haven't already, go back and rewatch the first 4 episodes if you've not seen them, and be prepared for day 6, which will be coming in a few days' time. So, thank you for watching, like I was saying, and goodbye.